Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Professor Panchapakeshan from the University of Delhi. Today we are going to discuss about the module photoelectric effect. This is part of the paper on radiation theory in the physics course. After studying this module, you should be able to understand and you will also learn about the photoelectric effect where an electron is knocked out of an atom by a photon. The frequency of the photon, not the intensity of light, has to have more than a certain value for the process to work. Learn how the photoelectric differential and total cross sections can be obtained from the transition probability by taking the initial state of a bound state and treating the wave function of the final ejected electron state as a plane wave. You can learn that using the plane wave instead of an electron wave function distorted by the Coulomb field of the ionized atom is called Born approximation. It is an approximation and Max Born was the first one to use it first. You will also learn to obtain the total cross section of the inverse recombination process where electron and the atom combine to produce an atom and a photon. From the photoelectric cross section, we can obtain the cross section for this also by using the principle of detailed balance. Learn how this plays an important role in cooling of radiation in the early universe. We calculated the decay lifetime of an excited state of hydrogen atom in an earlier module. In this module, we shall calculate the production cross section for photoelectric effect. First, the differential cross section along solid angle d capital omega and then the total cross section. In photoelectric effect, a light quanta ejects electron out of the atom. The energy of the electron emitted in the process is such that one can treat electrons as non-relativistic particles, and so we shall treat electrons of the atoms by means of Schrödinger equation. The radiation field shall be described by the quantized vector potential A mu as in earlier modules. In photoelectric effect, we treat the initial state A of the electron as a bound state with energy EI equal to minus capital I, where capital I is the binding energy, and the final state as that of a free electron. We evaluate the cross-section of the photoelectric effect using the results from time-dependent perturbation theory. In section 2, the derivation of the photoelectric effect is carried out by assuming that the initial state of the electron to be the ground state and the final state of the final electron is taken as a plane wave. The plane wave approximation is called the Born approximation. The total cross section of photoelectric effect is obtained by treating the velocity of the final electron to be large, though it is still much less than the velocity of light. We have computed the initial cross section for the case of 1 kilo electron volt energy of the incident photon. The error due to the Born approximation is also calculated, which is about 11% in the cross section. Finally, the radiative recombination process is calculated assuming the principle of detailed balance. Photoelectric effect. We first discuss the photoelectric effect as an application of the field theoretic formalism which has been developed. Photoelectric effect is the Born approximation. In earlier module M8, we had studied the radiative transitions with emission and absorption of a photon between atomic levels of the hydrogen atom. The photoelectric effect differs from such a photon absorption process only in that the final state is that of a free electron whose energy levels belong to a continuous spectrum. Let the electron in the initial state be at a level EI equal to minus I, where I is the ionization potential of the atom, and the photon has a definite momentum k vector and polarization epsilon lambda. In the final state, the electron has momentum p vector and energy EF, where p vector takes continuous values. From equation 3.14 and 15, from the unit M7, we have for nk lambda equal to 1 and only one electron in the atom, the matrix element of HI between p vector in the first state and EI, k vector and epsilon lambda in the second state is given by E by M, matrix element between p vector and EI of p dot epsilon into exponential plus I kr, the whole thing multiplied by exponential minus I omega kt divided by 2 pi raised to the power 3 by 2 and square root of 2 omega k. Applying the time-dependent perturbation theory, the transition probability per unit time for large t is given by omega I going to f, or the initial state going to the final state, as equal to 2 pi into E squared into the matrix element squared between p vector and epsilon I of p dot epsilon plus I k dot r divided by m squared twice omega k v squared multiplied by the delta function for the energy, namely omega k minus I minus EP, or the same expression then equal to 2 pi into the same matrix element squared on top divided by m squared 2 omega v squared into rho EP, density of states for EP. The delta function is now replaced by the density of states for EP. The differential cross section for this photon atom cross scattering process is given by dividing the transition probability by the incident flux of photon particles, or d sigma is equal to omega I going to f, or the transition probability for I going to f, divided by the flux. This is the standard expression which is used again and again in the scattering process, where flux is equal to 1 by v, one particle in volume v, and as EF is equal to p squared by 2m, DEF is equal to p dp by m, and rho, the density of states of EP, is equal to v over 2 pi cubed into p squared dp dE into d capital omega, or which can also be written as capital V into pm d capital omega divided by 2 pi cubed. The 2 pi cubed in the denominator comes from division by h cubed to get the number of cells in phase space. As h cross is equal to 1, h cubed is equal to 2 pi cubed. Now, in the matrix element between p and EI of p dot epsilon, epsilon plus IKR for the initial state, we take the S level ground state of the hydrogen atom, that is psi I is equal to 2 over A naught raised to the power 3 by 2 into exponential minus R by A naught into capital Y 0 0, where A naught, the Bohr radius, is equal to 1 over alpha m. The final wave function of the electron can be taken to be the plane wave exponential I p dot r in the Born approximation. So using y00 is equal to 1 over root of 4 pi, we have the matrix element between p and EI of p dot epsilon exponential plus I kr is equal to exponential minus I p dot r plus I k dot r into p dot epsilon divided by 1 over root of 4 pi 2 by A naught 3 by 2 exponential minus r by A naught into r squared dr d omega. This gives us an integral of dr from 0 to infinity over p dot epsilon twice c minus r by A naught divided by root of 4 pi A naught 3 by 2 into 2 pi r squared dr, and an integral over dw of exponential minus qrw going from minus 1 to plus 1, where w is the notation for cosine of theta. Here 2 pi comes from integration over theta, over the phi angle. We have put p minus k and taken the cosine of the angle between q vector and r vector equal to omega. Integrating over w gives the matrix element as equal to square root of 4 pi divided by minus iq a naught 3 by 2 into p vector dot epsilon lambda vector, an integral over 0 to infinity of dr consisting of r exponential minus r by a naught multiplied by exponential minus iqr minus exponential plus iqr. The integral over r is done by parts. Consider the integral over dr of r exponential minus r by a naught into exponential minus iqr. This is equal to r into exponential minus r into 1 over a naught plus iq divided by minus 1 over a naught plus iq minus the whole thing multiplied by minus integral of dr exponential minus r divided by the same factor again, which is equal to 0 minus exponential minus r divided by 1 over a naught plus iq whole squared. As the first term vanishes at both limits infinity and 0, the second part of the integral is obtained by changing q to minus q. At upper limit infinity, the exponent vanishes. We have the integral equal to 1 over a naught plus iq whole squared minus 1 over a naught minus iq whole squared, which is equal to 4q by a naught divided by 1 over a naught squared plus q squared whole squared. Substituting this in equation 3.8, we finally get matrix element between p vector and ei of p dot epsilon exponential ikr is equal to 8 into root pi by a naught p vector dot epsilon vector divided by q squared plus 1 over a naught squared whole squared into a naught raised to the power 3 by 2. Substituting this in 3.2, we get the transition probability for I going to f as 2 pi into e squared divided by m squared into 2 pi cubed into 2 omega multiplied by 8 root pi by a naught whole squared into p vector dot epsilon whole squared divided by q squared plus 1 by a naught squared raised to the power 4 into a naught cubed. Substituting 310 in 3.3, we have d sigma d omega as 8e squared by pi m omega into p vector dot epsilon vector whole squared divided by a naught to the power 5 into p divided by q squared plus 1 over a squared raised to the power 4. To simplify 3.11, we use the coordinate system where with theta the scattering angle between k vector along z-axis and p vector and epsilon lambda vector along x-axis is shown in the diagram. Then p vector dot epsilon lambda vector is equal to p sine theta cosine phi. Also, kinetic energy of final electron is p squared by 2m, which is equal to ei plus omega k. So omega k is equal to p squared by 2m minus ei, which is equal to p squared by 2m plus the binding energy, which is equal to p squared by 2m plus 1 over twice m a naught squared. P squared by 2m plus alpha squared m by 2 is equal to p squared by 2m into 1 plus alpha squared m squared by p squared, which is of the order of p squared by 2m, as the alpha squared term is small if v by c is greater than 0.01. For 1 kilo electron volt electron, v by c is still less than 0.1. We also have q vector squared plus 1 over a naught squared is equal to p vector minus k vector whole squared plus 1 over a naught squared, which is equal to k squared plus p squared minus twice kp cosine of theta plus 1 over a naught squared, which is equal to omega k squared plus twice m omega k minus twice omega k p cos theta, which is equal to twice m omega k minus twice m omega k p cos theta, as p squared is equal to twice m omega k, which is much greater than omega k squared, and p is equal to beta times m. Then q vector squared plus 1 over a naught squared is equal to twice m omega k into 1 minus beta cos theta. Substituting 312 and 313 in equation 3.1, we get d sigma by d omega is equal to, the omega is the capital omega here, so it is the differential cross section d sigma by d omega is equal to E squared by 4 pi is equal to 32 into twice m omega raised to the power 3 by 2 divided by 16 m omega to the power 5 into sine squared theta by cos squared phi divided by 1 minus beta cos theta to the power 4 into a naught to the power 5. Here omega is equal to omega k. Finally, putting E squared by 4 pi equal to alpha and a naught equal to 1 over m alpha, d sigma d capital omega is equal to alpha into 32 by 16 twice m omega k 3 by 2 divided by m omega k to the power 5 into m phi a phi sine squared theta cos squared phi 1 minus beta by cos theta raised to the power 4 in the denominator. If we put r naught equal to alpha by m equal to E squared by mc squared, the classical electron radius, we simplify this expression to d sigma by d capital omega is equal to r naught squared into alpha 4 into square root of 2 m divided by omega k whole to the power 7 by 2 into sine squared theta cos squared phi 1 minus beta by cos theta raised to the power 4 in the denominator. This is the photoelectric differential cross section. This is the photoelectric differential cross section when the photon momentum is in the z direction and the polarization is along the x-axis. Beta is the velocity of the electron with momentum p vector making an angle theta with the photon momentum k vector. If this velocity of the final electron is small, we can neglect it in denominator of 17. It can be seen from equation 3.15 that most of the photoelectrons are emitted in the direction of polarization of the incident light quantum, which is equal to pi by 2 for q and phi equal to 0. To get the total cross section, we have to integrate over d capital omega, the solid angle element. Solid angle is defined area of the small is defined as area of the small area divided by r squared. A small elementary area has sides r d theta along k vector dot p plane and r sine theta d phi along xy plane. See figure above equation 3.12. Dividing the area r squared sine theta d theta by r squared d capital omega is proportional to sine theta d phi. To evaluate total cross section, we have to multiply equation 315 by sine theta d phi and integrate over theta and phi. The integrals are integral over d theta of sine squared theta is equal to d of minus cos theta in 1 minus cos squared theta, which is equal to minus of cos theta plus cos squared theta by 2, cos cubed theta by 3, with upper and lower limits of pi and 0. It is equal to 4 by 3. The error due to Born approximation. In the above derivation of photoelectric cross section, we have treated the wave function of the electron as a plane wave, which is possible only in the Born approximation. Let us now estimate the error due to this assumption. As you know, for Born approximation to be valid, the parameter alpha by v, where v is the magnitude of the velocity, should be small. Now, alpha by v is equal to alpha divided by p vector mod divided by m, which is alpha m by p, or which is equal to alpha by root 2 into m divided by omega k raised to the power 1 by 2, with omega k of the order of 1 kilo electron volt. Alpha by v is therefore equal to 10 to the power minus 2 by 1.37 into square root of 2 in the denominator multiplied by 500 raised to the power 1 by 2, which works out to about 0.114. or this is about 11%. For hydrogen-like systems, Z is much greater than 1, then sigma total will be proportional to A naught to the power minus phi or Z to the power phi, which comes from the factor 1 over A naught, which is equal to Z alpha m. Also, the maximum contribution comes due to the K-shell electrons as explained above. Radiative recombination process and the early universe. The time-reversed process to the photoelectric effect is the radiative recombination process of an electron with an ion of the atom to form a neutral atom with emission of photon. The cross-section sigma recombination for this process can be found from the photoelectric effect sigma pH by using the principle of detailed balance. The main point is that the transition probability is proportional to the matrix element squared, which is same for both processes. To allow for different phase space factors in the density of states rho e, we multiply by 2 into k squared divided by p squared, where k is the momentum of the photon and p that of the electron. The cross section for the process I going to F and F going to I with two particles in each of the states I and F are related by Gi into Pi squared into sigma I going to F is equal to Gf into Pf squared into sigma F going to I, where Pi and Pf are the momenta of the relative motion of the particles and Gi and Gf the spin statistical weights of the states I and F. Since G equal to 2 for the photon, which is two possible directions of polarization, we find for the hydrogen atom ground state with Gf equal to 2 for photon and Gi equal to 1 for electron, sigma recombination is equal to sigma photoelectric effect into 2 into k squared by p squared, which is equation 320. Here p is equal to mass into the velocity vector is the momentum of the incident electron and k vector is the momentum of the emitted photon. Early universe. The existence and relationship of the time-reversed reaction, like above, plays a crucial role in the progress towards equilibrium of a thermodynamic system. In early universe, in cosmology, the cooling down of the universe below a temperature corresponding to the binding energy of the hydrogen atom reduces the number of photons above the binding energy of hydrogen. This stops the ejection of photoelectrons. This leads to formation of neutral hydrogen atom and stoppage of interaction between photons and protons. However, protons and electrons continue to combine to form neutral hydrogen atoms, though at a reduced rate. The equilibrium between ionization and recombination breaks down at this temperature, the temperature where the energy corresponds to the binding energy. Interestingly, this is really combination for the first time in the universe and not really recombination, as there never was neutral hydrogen earlier to this time. After this time, photons or radiation and protons or matter cool independently. So students, let us summarize what we have learnt in this module. This photoelectric effect is obtained in the Born approximation from the absorption of a photon by a non-relativistic electron of the atom. It is seen that the total cross-section varies as omega raised to the power minus 7 by 2, where omega is the energy of the incident photon. Also, for hydrogen-like atoms where Z is not equal to 1, the total cross-section is proportional to the fifth power of Z. The total cross-section of the recombination process is also obtained.